Love. Don't you guys just love love? People of the internet, welcome. It's your boy Kishiwishi, and today we are going to talk about something more on the positive side. Yes, the vibes are different this time around, and no, I am mostly sober. Give me uno memento. Excuse me. Anyways, today we're going to talk about a topic that not a lot of people actually focus on. We're going to talk about love, and not in the way you're thinking, you dirty dog, you. But today I don't know what I was thinking this morning on my way to work. This topic or this entire video idea just popped up into my head, and I was like, I should totally make a video about these thoughts. And it's gonna go back into the realm of like speaking on the different genders and stuff. I know some of you guys might be interested, some of you guys might be tired of hearing it, but today we're talking about somewhat positive things. But when you're talking about the positive, you also have to bring up the negative as well. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna focus on the positives first, just so it could be like a little palate cleanser for any bumbleclot. I knocked over my vacuum. We're gonna keep that in, by the way. That oh my god, that was. Rishi, you okay? Oh, okay, my baby's okay. All right. Oh wow, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we're gonna focus on the positives. So in love, I would like to say that when it comes to love and intelligence, there's a lot of different factors that come into play. Some may think that people that are absurdly intelligent, more so like higher IQ individuals, don't have said capacity to love. That is not true. I will make the argument that people that are insanely intelligent are one of the most loving people, because just think about it. If you have all the knowledge in the world to know exactly why you should dislike something, or why there's no sense in you actually caring about anything, but you still choose to care, that is like the most highest form of choosing love. Like that, you don't even know. Well, it's like some of you guys might be like, what is this nigga going on about? But just think about it. When it comes to love, it's like a thing that's by default. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are, from the very day you are conceived to the day. Well, okay, let me not say conceived, because some of you are bored. Yeah, those people, that topic. Ooh, we're not going into that topic. But from the day you are born and alive, fully human, you innately know what love is. You innately experience it, and it's just something that is poured into you as a child. Like, no matter what, even in nature, love is one of the most fundamental things that coincides with life. It's almost as if love and life would not exist without each other. Hey, ooh, I'm cooking. Gotta keep my composure. And with that being said, what I think is, if a being or a person is able to like, when it comes to logic, I don't want to say logic is the opposite of love, but like when you put everything logically speaking and in scientific terms, like down to the very fundamentals, you lose the luster of life. Like, you lose the love in it. Because what is love? Think about that question right now. What is love? You might say, love is a feeling that you have when you spend time with someone that you like, or someone that is important to you, or someone that you care about. And that is correct. But also, if you are an individual that leans onto the side of, oh, I'm super intelligent and I like to be pedantic with how I define terms, love is nothing but a chemical reaction inside the human brain that leads to us becoming delusional and thinking whatever the fuck. Yeah, you thinking what we feel love. Like, feelings are just different messages in your brain, just like you experience something in your environment, and depending on your own individual brain chemistry, you react to it. Not everybody reacts to things the same way. But with love as a whole, when you are a smart person and you choose to love people regardless of what you may know or what you may think, that is the ultimate form of love. And to go even farther into it, I feel like when it comes to like people that are super intelligent, they tend to be on the outskirts of life where you think, oh no, why would you love anything? I thought you were just super into insert niche here. Like, oh, I thought you were like all into your physics or all into your chemistry or your biology. I thought you were like a robot that knew just everything about neuroscience. But that isn't the case, because for those people, there's other, wow, I'm brain farting right now. Give me a second. Hold on. Oh, and yeah, that is true for some people. There are some people out here that are so smart that they just, there's nothing, like, for example, the best example for someone who was absurdly smart that led them to actually being the definition of an incel is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton did not reproduce. And to be frank, that motherfucker created calculus. So yeah, fuck that nigga. Yeah, pussyless niggas create calculus, and it you can go bring that up in your college class or whatever class you're in. Tell your teacher whatever you're doing calculus. Did you know only maidenless niggas create calculus? But moving forward, love is a thing that the most insanely intelligent people have to choose, but not all of them do choose it. And I think in our society, as time goes on and as people, have different things, like, just life going on and us being a society, the more and more smart people have kids together, the more smart the kids are going to be. And what you teach those kids or whatever is gonna, it's like, that's how evolution works, if you believe in evolution. But then it's also the thing with, like, within our society, people are just coming to the same conclusion, because yes, while you do have smart people, we are still social creatures at the end of the day. So even people that are not as smart as the super smart people tend to follow in that direction. And what do I mean by this? The whole thing with how everyone is choosing to be single nowadays is a thing that I feel like the choosing to be single in terms of like the genders, and I know we're gonna talk about it. Super smart guys who are smart guys, intelligent guys, know that in the long run it makes sense to have children. So it's almost an innate thing to want to have children. That's a smart thing, or not even just have children, but to be in a relationship. No matter what, your life will become more fulfilling if you have a partner. I know some people might think, oh no, you don't need to. And like, yeah, your life will be like, I'm not saying your life will only be fulfilling by having a partner, but if you have a partner, your life becomes more fulfilling. You can do other things to make your life fulfilling. Like you going to college and becoming super successful in your career and stuff, and you constantly like contributing to society in big ways through your efforts. That is a fulfilling life as well. However, if you're a person who can't achieve all of those things, the next best thing is having a partner and eventually having kids and so on and forth. So with me saying this, hyper intelligent guys know innately at some point you need to settle down and have kids. In that same breath though, there's some of them choose not to, and that's where it goes into this now. The ones that choose not to, that's the behavior that hyper intelligent women choose. You see where we're going with this now. All of the behaviors that super duper, like, let me not say masculine per se, but like success in a masculine sense, guys like that, the ones that have the bad traits tend to be the ones that women mirror, the successful women. And I'm not saying that successful women don't also emulate successful men and have kids, because like Rihanna, Beyonce, it hurts me to say this one, but Kim Kardashian, don't know what the fuck she's doing with her daughter though, but like Kim Kardashian's up there. Yeah, you have people that even though they're hyper successful or hyper intelligent or hyper whatever, like they're up there in life, they still choose to have a family or to choose love. That's a thing that I think a lot of people nowadays within the average part of society think is unattainable or unsustainable, which realistically speaking is not unsustainable as long as you do this one thing. No matter what relationship you're in life, always try your best to be the best version of yourself. You might slip, you might give up at some points, but remember this: no matter how bad it gets, it can only get worse. No matter how bad it gets, it can only get worse if you think it can only get worse. So if you're in a situation where you're down and you don't think it's gonna get better, it's not going to get better. I'll say that right now. If you're in a situation right this second and you feel like it's not going to get better, it will not get better. You need to change your mindset. You need to think, what can I do to make this thing change for me? That is what you need to do. And when you start doing that one mindset change, everything else will fall into place. You'll see that, you're making slight improvements every day. And when you start making more and more improvements, you know what you end up doing? You start becoming more social. You start going outside more. You start being around people. And when you're around people and you're outside doing stuff and you attract people around you, hence quote unquote attractive, you're just going to inevitably end up becoming one of those smart individuals that decide to procreate or to just have a partner and go off from there. Because having a partner and having a kid does not necessarily be, you can also have a partner and adopt kids, or have a partner and you guys just are both professionals who contribute to society in grand ways. You can do that, but so the main point is be by yourself for the rest of your fucking life. That's the dumbest shit you could possibly do. And that's where it comes into this, where I'm going to talk about the stupid side of stuff, or not really stupid side, but like the less intelligent or like more average thinking people that think average to below average men are the average to below average men are the ones that are like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to have kids. Society sucks. Because like the people in the vast majority are the ones that are most malleable when it comes to like control by a medium or media, like, access media, or like, I forgot what it's called, actual, mainstream media, whatever the fuck it's called, that those people are the most susceptible to its influence. So with all the stuff coming out, all the bad in the world and this and that, people that are average to below average believe, oh no, the world sucks. So, oh no, the world sucks. Everybody knows the world sucks. But people average to below average are like, the world sucks, why should I bother? So the world sucks, why should I bother? That's where the mass majority of or not, let me not say vast majority of men, but the men that are like, you know, once again, average to below average, which I guess is the majority if you think about it, they are the ones that are like, oh no, I don't want to have kids. I just want to be a teenager for the rest of my fucking life. And I can say that goes the same for, well, almost the same for average to below average women. The main difference between men and women is that women will always, no matter how successful, or not really how successful, but no, women, no matter what part in life they are, they will always seek out a other person to be with them. It's the really intelligent ones, or the ones that have the most experiences, good or bad, that decide not to. So innately, women want to have a partner. That is an innate thing. For men, it's not necessarily innate in the sense of like it's for survival, because men can survive on their own. We don't need ends for survival. We don't need other people for survival. You can survive on your own. But it makes sense. It makes sense to have a partner. That's why it's innate for men. It's innate for men because it makes sense. It's innate for women because it's survival. You see where I'm going with this. So when you have really smart or really intelligent women who have their survival needs met, those are the ones that think they don't need men, because I have all my needs met. Average to below average women don't necessarily have all their needs met, so they're the ones that end up in relationships. Now, let me cook now. Average to below average woman with, and this is where hypergamy comes in, average to below average woman with above average men, two of average men is the best combination. Average woman to above average men, below average woman to average man. That is how that's how society's always been. But nowadays we have hyper above average men with average women, and then below average women with nobody, average men with nobody, and then hyper average or hyper above average women with, you guessed it, nobody, or hyper super average men. And with all of that being said, look across to the person, look at the person across from you. If the person across from me, and by the person across from me, I'm talking about in terms of like someone that you may be interested in, someone that may be interested in you, take a good little gander at them. Think about them as a whole person before you decide whether or not you should, like, this should be a thing. Like, this part is mainly for people that aren't in relationships, but like it's inevitable. Everybody right now either has someone that they're interested in, or has interacted with someone that they were interested in, or is interested in them, or you just simply haven't gone out and looked for it. For those who haven't gone out and looked for it, go and look for it, and look for it from the lens of, I know where I am at. I should seek for what I'm at, or better. But if it's not where I'm at per se, you still give it a try, because you never know. And with this being said, don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought for this video, if this made you think any differently with how I was presenting things. And I will see you guys next time. And don't forget, you better watch my streams. I need the attention, guys, please.